It's Madden NFL 22, and we've got a showdown in the NFC North. It's the Bears and the Vikings, and it comes your way next.
Jakeem Grant now to return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. Oh, it springs free. Montgomery loses it, and the Vikings pick up the football. There he goes, right side. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. This is Jakeem Grant. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Joseph on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. Here comes Grant on the return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without it.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Daniil Hunter able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. On 2nd down, it's Montgomery. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Fields. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's gonna bring up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9. Throwing, Cousins. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Now a 1st down throw, Fields. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Play action now. Cousins. They'll roll him out right. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, Cousins forced out to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
And you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On play action, Fields under pressure, and down he goes. Danielle Hunter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And this belongs to the Vikings.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. First down, here's Cousins. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Working with a 2nd and 3. On play action, Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the red zone now, Cousins. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll throw again, Cousins. And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. To throw is Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook there to make the grab. And the Vikings. Are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's polished off by a Viking score. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. The return man is Grant. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To the air again, Fields. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring it down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. To credit that sack to Robert Quinn. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Out of the gun, Fields. This is caught. Touchdown, Bears! Tariq Cohen, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Bears are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Kirk Cousins now gearing up to lead this offense back out there. He has not been on his A game, but his team has really picked him up. I think he probably now, second quarter, he's thinking, all right, time for me to get going.
And he also has to keep in mind that, he has contributed. You're exactly right. Not totally on his A game, but guess what?
He's got the touchdown.
He's got a touchdown pass. Yes, he tempered it with an interception. But he has contributed, and he just can't get down and worry about his own stats. The team's winning. That's cause for celebration, even though there's a ways to go.
And now he'll be looking to contribute a little bit more. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Final play of the half. Cousins escaping the pressure right. Lets it fly for Thielen. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So you want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Final adjustments being made in the locker rooms. We're just about ready for the second half from Minneapolis. And for the call, let's rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Kene Nwangu. And he will score. Touchdown, Minnesota. And you've used the phrase with me before, pressing the kicking game. What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the third part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play, it often leads to victory.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 23. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. From the 6. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long. It's Fields. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
So that'll back him up 5. Now Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll make it a 2nd down. Fields. Complete to Mooney on the slant. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Past the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. They hand off to their big tight end. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Handoff comes to Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bears get a bit closer. They'll try and throw for it. That's caught. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Steps away. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. Third and long for Cousins. Open man is Osborne. He's got it. And they work this out past the 25.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And here's a throw off the scramble, and that's complete out left.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Flushed out right. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They go play action. Cousins sliding out of the pocket. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up. To the air again, it's Cousins. Steps away to his left. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Here's a running play now for Thielen. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Now Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Vikings go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Grant sets to return it. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Looking to throw again on second down. Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Throwing on third down, Fields. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there. Felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. They'll run on 1st down. Cook, and only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And they're going to speed things up here. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he's going to have a 1st down as he dives at the end to try to get as much as he can. They'll run for it with Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. On 2nd down, Cook. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Cousins gives way to Cook. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Joseph now to have the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Here comes Grant on the return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise,
pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Chris Boyd. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. After the sack on 1st down, Fields. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on.